the network, lights on, electric eyes. Starstruck, crawling in the dead dirt. Spread a word to the wise. Something is a-coming, something is a-coming. Silver is a grip on the helping hand. Keep the song a-running, keep the song a-running. Pull it to the heart of the brand. Feed the fire, set me free. In this city of dreams. Push my mind into overload. Hack the wires, smash the G. In this city of dreams. We'll be immortal in the code. Mind into overload. Light flash, taking your breath away. Black spies, neon nights. Car crash, freedom in disarray. Something is a-coming, something is a-coming. Silver is the grip on the bread in hand. Keep the song a-running, keep the song a-running. Put it to the heart of the man. Beat the fire, set me free. In this city of dreams. Push my mind into overload. Hack the wall, smash the G. In this city of dreams. We'll be immortal in the code. Mind into overload. Get up, get out in the city of dreams. Get up, yeah, we're setting you free. Get up, get out, the voice will never die. Feet up on the ledge, running out on the edge. Ghosts in the city of dreams.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to XFW. This is Danger Zone as XFW goes live on the interwebs.
Is scheduled for one fall.
As dashing Danny Diamond makes his entrance.
From Beverly Hills, California, weighing in at 235 pounds, dashing Danny Diamond.
Thank you all who are already in attendance watching live on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. Whatever is your chosen way to watch XFW. Rick Fletcher, thank you for sharing the stream. As dashing Danny gets down with himself inside the ring as the funky music that he plays. Rick Fletcher, thank you for your already start of your sharing spree. Diamond always with that smile on his face. Marshall Foskett, thank you for sending 200 stars. Thank you, Mr. Foskett, for kicking things off early with the stars. And his opponent tonight, one half of the tag team known as the Entourage, former tag team champion, Barton Fisher.
Weighing in at 236 pounds, Barton Fisher.
The entire group of the Entourage, all of Morgan Steiner's, well, let's say now former group, all in disarray as of lately. Ever since Morgan Steiner removed from XFW at the hands of Seth Walker, blasting him, damn near breaking the old man's neck. Wraith, we appreciate you joining us for as little time as you can. Thank you. over on YouTube. Thank you for joining us as this match gets underway. There's the bell, folks, and here we go. Again, we're talking about the Entourage. Barton Fisher, one half of the former tag team champions, lately taking matches into his own hands as Morgan Steiner out for unprecedented amount of time. Steiner still in the hospital. What we do know, he was sharing a room with Dirk Webb. Dirk Webb still on the road to recovery after a car accident the night of XFW's sudden death. He was unable to make it to the arena. Drop down now from Dashing Danny Diamond and a knee strike from Barton Fisher. And now a clothesline. Fisher lights him up. Fisher now going to work. Picking Diamond off the arm. Barton Fisher hooks the leg into an exploder suplex. Takes him up and over. Both Barton Fisher and Max Bennett have had a hard time landing matches, negotiating their contracts. Morgan Steiner took care of all that for every member of the Entourage, and now they're all fending for themselves. No manager, no one to coordinate these matches. From what I understand, most of the Entourage taking any match they can at this point just to keep themselves relevant. Dashing Danny Diamond back up to his feet. Spinning neckbreaker takes Fisher down to the canvas. Diamond now with a shot to the face. But Barton Fisher again with that knee lift. Well placed drop toe hold. Fisher on par tonight. We've got a cover. Early on in this match, leg is hooked. But Diamond gets the shoulder up. Both men back to their feet. Snap neckbreaker again by Dashing Danny Diamond. And now stomping away in the face of Fisher. Big right hand there. Michael Webster, thank you for liking the stream. Diamond takes him over. Nice suplex by Diamond, dumping Fisher in the back of his skull, but a kick out again. Wild swing by Diamond, he misses, but the European uppercut by Barton Fisher comes into play. Dashing Danny rolling to the outside now. Fisher up and over. Diamond wheelbarrow suplex dumps Barton Fisher on the back of his skull on the outside arena floor. That did not take long for the XFW action to spill outside the ring. And match number one, you see Mike and Toro already yelling at these guys to get back inside the ropes. Barton Fisher now back in control. Fisher hoists him up on the shoulders. He's trying to stretch out the back of Dashing Danny Diamond. Fisher now possibly looking for a submission. But the long legs of Dashing Danny managed to touch the canvas and break the hold. Diamond is a very, very tall competitor here in XFW. Trying to stretch off the head now of Dashing Danny is Barton Fisher. Again, one half, formerly tag team champions here in XFW. Cover again on Dashing Danny, but the shoulder again comes up. Gil Guerrero Jr., thank you for liking the stream. Welcome to XFW. Whoa, whoa, Dashing Diamond up and over the top, but Fisher colliding with shots and turns into a drop toe hold. Diamond almost going for a float over DDT, and now Fisher wrenching up the arm. Gil, thank you for sharing as well. And now Fisher with a blatant choke on Dashing Danny Diamond. Fisher looking pretty damn good so far tonight. Chop box in the ears now. Hooks him up for a suplex. Dashing Danny up and over the top into his own neckbreaker. Danny now appealing to the crowd, I should say. Trying to get the blood flowing. Trying to break the hold. But Fisher again with a counter. The in-ring experience of Barton Fisher showing through and just lit him up with a code breaker. 2 knees to the face. Barton Fisher pulls off the victory. Barton Fisher looking pretty good tonight. Dashing Danny Diamond pulling off all the stops at Fisher. Turning the tables, the in-ring experience coming out to play. That is some of the most aggressive wrestling I've seen from Barton Fisher ever since the Entourage has broken up. Fisher has realized now he might be on his own island. No one to tag him along. No one to pull him around. Could this be a turning point for Barton Fisher?
Here is your winner, Barton
Chris Fair, thank you for liking the stream and welcome to XFW. What a match back and forth, but Barton Fisher pulling out the victory. Diamond looked like he was making a solid comeback, but Fisher landing that code breaker, 2 knees right to the chin, put the exclamation point on dashing Danny Diamond. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to XFW. Well, we might as well talk about that since the footage is showing up here, folks. As you see on the screen, we're going to talk about this subject coming up. Sam Ford was the XFW Extreme Opportunity briefcase holder and said he was not going to cash in that briefcase. He was going to announce it ahead of time. But after his match last week on television, or here on XFW, this transpired backstage. Now, Brian Blaze and Sam Ford did, in fact, have a match that night. Sam Ford was victorious in that match, but right here, Brian Blaze said something. We only have video, we don't have audio. We're not exactly sure what it was that Brian Blaze said, but somehow it got inside the head of Sam Ford and forced him out to call in the match, or cash in, the Extreme Opportunity briefcase on the Destroyer. It did not go the way Sam Ford wanted it to go. The Destroyer able to fend him off and hold on and remain the XFW World Heavyweight Champion. Now, Sam Ford has been a little bit distressed since that happened. He feels like he was goaded, and quite frankly, folks, we know Brian Blaze likes to play the mind games. Chris Parrott, thank you for sharing the stream. We know Brian Blaze likes to get under the skin of his opponents. Brian Blaze was still verbally, vocally, and visibly upset about losing the Extreme Opportunity briefcase. So if he can't have it, nobody can. To me, folks, it seemed like Ford was goated. That Brian Blaze set that notch in his head, somehow sent him out. Chris Parrott, thank you for sending 50 stars. Thank you for supporting XFW. This is Danger Zone, our flagship show of the week. Right now, the Extreme Opportunity briefcase is vacant. There is no holder. But folks, tonight, our main event will be a 5-man Extreme Rules match featuring Brian Blaze, Sam Ford, and some others. Hiro Katsuyori, Antonio Carino, Sean Owens, to name a new #1 contender for the XFW World Heavyweight Championship. But right now, we're going to head down to ringside as Mr. Amazing Aiden Scott clashes with Bad Boy Marshall. Sweet one-on-one action next. And here comes Mr. Amazing Aiden Scott, accompanied to the ring by Josh, the Coach Clemens.
Representing the industry from Staten Island, New York.
Mr. Amazing Aiden Scott, one of the fastest competitors in XFW. I always bring that up, folks, because this young man's speed is absolutely blinding inside the squared circle. And now under the tutelage of Josh, the Coach Clemens, and now teaming up with Mason Storm, it only has seemed to elevate the in-ring abilities of Mr. Amazing Aiden Scott ever since signing with Josh, the Coach Clemens. But tonight, he's going to clash with the 2-time United States champion, former XFW Internet champion, the man returning to in-ring action, Bad Boy Marshall Sweet.
Bad Boy Marshall Sweet.
Sweet took a number of weeks off, months actually, after a leg injury at the hands of Savage Andre Stevens. And I get a feather in Sweet's cap as he actually won that match, but had to take time off. You see him wearing that knee brace, hoping to support that leg after it was broken during the matchup. But now Bad Boy Marshall back to 100%, now inside the ring, ready to go. We are happy to have Bad Boy Marshall Sweet back now, only to see what happens. A little bit new haircut, a little bit of extra ink on the arms there for Bad Boy Marshall Sweet. Spent his time off from XFW well, recovering, adding some new ink. Quite a bit, actually. But now these two off and running here. Power elbow, tie it down. Aiden Scott wrapping it up. Aiden Scott now twisting it out. Stepping now on the arm of Bad Boy Marshall Sweet is Mr. Amazing Aiden Scott, trying to work down Aiden. Sweet with a nice wraparound. You see on the outside, Josh, the Coach Clemens watching. Both men back to their feet. Mr. Amazing goes for a dropkick. Sweet dodges out of the way. Aiden catches a leg, fires off on Sweet. Amazing now snap suplex, takes over Bad Boy. Head over heels, him holding on the lower back already. Mr. Amazing now with a wind-up. Heavy shot delivered by Mr. Amazing Aiden Scott. Scott now in control, wrapping the arm up. Beautiful. High angle arm drag takes Sweet halfway across the ring. Sweet fires back the shot to the midsection. And now goes to the hole, trying to square off. Trying to slow down Mr. Amazing Aiden. Scott drives the shoulder down in the canvas. Wayne Jaworski, thank you for liking the stream. And now Sweet getting the audience all fired up here on XFW Danger Zone. Scott fires back with a right hand. And now knife edge chops. And a flurry of blows now for Mr. Amazing. Light up Bad Boy Marshall Sweet. Kick to the midsection. Hoist him up. Oh, lung blower connects. Knees right there. Sweet fires back. And just like that, Sweet lights him up and gets caught. Leg takedown now by Bad Boy Marshall Sweet. Mr. Amazing kicking off. Goes for a drop kick again. Sweet countering out. Both these men now with an outstanding exchange. Back and forth. And he catches him. Drives him down, and now Aiden Scott in control. Mr. Amazing now fires him back into the court. Sweet again with a knee strike. Sweet up and over. Holy hell! Did you see that? Tell me we've got that. Wow, that was outstanding. That was outstanding. And how Sweet pounding away at Mr. Amazing Aiden Scott. What a turnaround for Bad Boy Marshall Sweet. That was insane. And now Sweet lighting him up with a combination of knee strike. And Sweet goes to the eyes. Aiden Scott fires back with a shot. And a spinning heel kick now by Sweet. Counters again. And Sweet jumping right to the top rope. Lightning speed of his own. Beautiful. Shooting star press. Did you see the hang time? But only a 2 count. Aiden Scott got the shoulder up, but Sweet lighting him up with absolute beautiful move off the top rope. Sweet now on the outside. Amazing fires through. Underneath the ropes. Sweeps out the leg. Match number 2, and already again we're on the outside. Mike Gutierrez starts the count, as these do. Now go to work. Sweet sent into the steel steps by Mr. Amazing. And Sweet returns the favor. Mr. Amazing clashing into those steel steps. Amazing fires back again. Hurricane Rana now. And Sweet goes into the steel steps as these two are up to a 5 count. They need to get back inside the ring up to a 6. Monkey flip now by Amazing. Up to a 7 count. I don't think either one of these two is paying attention to the count. Sweet fires him back inside. Sweet now on the apron. Bad Boy going up. Nobody home. Mr. Amazing able to dodge through it. Snaps him over. Down to a chin lock. Mr. Amazing trying to slow down Sweet, as Sweet himself has been building up some momentum and taking charge in this contest. Elbow shots down to the midsection by Bad Boy Marshall Sweet, charging in. And another time, that outstanding Hurricane Rana by Bad Boy Marshall Sweet lights up Mr. Amazing Aiden Scott. That seems to absolutely defy gravity. Sweet now did cradle DDT. We've got a cover. Almost a 3 count. Mr. Amazing barely got the shoulder up with that one. Sweet now stomping away. What a shot by Mr. Amazing. Getting that shoulder up just before it. Elbow shots down to the face. Fired back now by Bad Boy Marshall Sweet. Grabs the arm and quickly takes Mr. Amazing down to his knees again, trying to cut off the speed. Amazing with a nice counter though. Almost an arm drag style maneuver from his knees. Sweet again kicked in the midsection. Sweet hoists him up on the shoulders. Drops him down. Brutal move by Sweet into a cover. And Sweet pulls off the victory. Wow, what a turnaround. Sweet with a swing out stunner on Mr. Amazing. What an outstanding back and forth match, and Mr. Amazing unable to keep up the pace of the returning Bad Boy Marshall Sweet. In an outstanding fashion, Sweet puts him on the shoulders into a spin out cutter. New moves as well as a new look for Bad Boy Marshall Sweet here at XFW, folks. Happy to have the man back inside the square circle. I can tell already Josh the Coach Clemens is not in a good mood. Mr. Amazing has been on a winning streak ever since getting under the tutelage of Josh the Coach Clemens, a Bad Boy Marshall Sweet putting it in that little run. I'm sure the industry is going to be backstage in the locker room not happy about that turnout, folks. Now, another missing person here lately, folks, at XFW has been the maniacal Glee. Now, Glee's become a fan favorite here in XFW. And last week, he was supposed to be on XFW programming. And then we got this footage that showed up seeing the Costa Nostra stomping away on the Maniacal One backstage. Now, Glee has been playing a lot of pranks on the Costa Nostra over the past few months. All three members have been victims of the Maniacal One and his antics, if you will. And then Glee was supposed to be on our programming last Saturday night. It did not happen. Glee was missing. And then, folks, this footage reared its head. Now, we're not sure where this came from. This is not one of our cameras. You see the grainy kind of footage. But this shows the Hammer, Tony Vincent, attacking Glee in a parking lot area. Glee sent into that car. And this went on for some time, folks, as Glee was trying everything he could to fight back with the Hammer, getting the upper hand here. And again, this all stems from Glee playing pranks on the Costa Nostra. Now, if you're new to XFW, the maniacal Glee is constantly playing pranks on everyone. And sometimes they go a little bit too far. I've been on the receiving end of another of those pranks. Glee's been in this studio, unplugging things, unhooking things. But again, this may have crossed the line for the Costa Nostra. They do not have a sense of humor. They're here for business. And now it seems the Hammer, Tony Vincent, may have caused serious injuries. We've not seen Glee in 3 weeks here in XFW programming. And this right here, this footage you're seeing now may have been the reason why. Now, the Costa Nostra has been silent on this. Again, this found footage, we're not sure exactly where it came from. It was sent to our email, folks. But here is the nail in the coffin. Watch this right here as Glee tossed up on the hood of this car. And then, again, the Hammer. This is just brutal, folks, to watch as the Hammer drives Glee down through the windshield of that vehicle back in the driveway area, folks. So we still don't know any status of the Maniacal One. We don't know where he is. We don't know what condition he is. We've seen the Costa Nostra in the building wrestling, and Antonio Carino's in our main event tonight in that fatal 5-way. So as soon as we have more information on the Maniacal Glee, we will have that for you. But right now we're going to head down the ringside as John Mad Dog Rogers collides with Brody Daniels next on XFW Danger Zone. Folks already asking if we've had a Stan sighting. Stan, as far as I know, not here tonight. Will be in action tomorrow night on XFW Saturday Night Showdown. But right now, 2 members of Evolution making their way down the ringside. John Mad Dog Rogers in action, and in his corner, Showtime Shane Black. John Mad Dog Rogers having a brutal rivalry last year with Brian Blaze. Rogers suffering third-degree burns to his neck and face at the hands of Blaze. The two exchanging back and forth the World Heavyweight Championship, and here comes Brody Daniels.
And his opponent from Jersey City, New Jersey, weighing in at 220 pounds.
Brody Daniels making his way out to the ring. Former XFW Internet Champion. Quite frankly, folks, no one thought this young man would last here in XFW. He came in trying to pass himself off as a male model. Man, I don't mean to shame anyone, folks, but one look at Brody Daniels, he is not model material. Got laughed out of the arena, laughed out of the locker room, showed up 2 weeks later with a whole new attitude. And this man has taken himself very seriously ever since. Won himself already championship gold. And now tonight will clash with the Mad Dog, that man right there. There's the bell, folks, and here we go. We are off and running. Brody Daniels quickly grabbing a front face lock on the Mad Dog. Takes him over, snap suplex. Rogers already dodging out of the way. Hoists him up, drops him on the back of his head, and already Mad Dog turning the tables on Brody Daniels. It's very hard to deal, to prepare for a match with John Mad Dog Rogers, as the man is unorthodox. Doesn't stick to one style of wrestling. He's all over the place. Counters the elbow and lays in some right hands. And again, that kind of counter, very odd, as Rogers kind of sidestep underneath the arm, and right now snapping the head, bringing Daniels in the hard way. Again, I want to thank everyone for tuning in to XFW tonight. Whether you're on YouTube, whether you're on Facebook, whether you're on Twitch, thank you for joining us. Thank you for the likes, the shares, the stars that we have already received here at XFW. Right hand now by Rogers, fires back. Big right hand again. Daniels against the ropes. Mad Dog hoists him up, drops him across the top rope. Throw first, and now Rogers getting a little cocky. Still dumbfounded by John Mad Dog Rogers' workout ethic. His strict diet of pizza, cheeseburgers, coffee, and cigarettes is what he says keeps him in top condition as he drops Daniels again across that top rope. Quite frankly, I think his diet is bullshit. No one keeps in this kind of physique with that kind of garbage. But again, the man works 7 days a week in construction and then wrestles on XFW on a regular basis. Daniels now with Rogers in a bad spot. It's Trio Woe stomping away the midsection now. Daniels turning the tables now on John Rogers. Rogers up and over. Beautiful snap suplex again by Brody Daniels. And again, Daniels has really improved since coming to XFW. Again, his in-ring debut was absolutely terrible. But since then has really elevated his in-ring skills. Oh, look at this. But we're talking about skills. There's no skill in there as he just goes to the eyes, digging them in, his fingers into John Rogers. Oh, Rogers dodges out of the way. Missed the super kick into a backbreaker. So just before I get finished in the sentence, oh, Daniels lights him up with a shot to the head. Trying to give Brody Daniels a compliment as in-ring presence, and then he digs his fingers into the eyes of John Mad Dog Rogers. Daniels though back in control. Nice snapmare from Brody Daniels, and drives the knee square into the spine of the Mad Dog. Super kick this time, lands on a super kick right to the face. Lights him up 2 times. Does Brody Daniels. We got a cover on Rogers. But a kick out by the Mad Dog. Daniels seems a little surprised by that. Goes for an enziguri. Mad Dog dodges out of the way. Big right hand by the loose cannon of XFW. Rogers now grabs him by the throat. This could be sledgehammer shot coming up. Daniels now writhing in pain as Rogers lays a heavy shot. Showtime on the outside, cheering on his friend. Rogers and Black, former XFW Tag Team Champions, defeated the White Dragons and then went on for a lengthy run as Tag Team Champions as Rogers lifts him up again. 3rd time in this contest, dropping Daniels across that top rope. Rogers now in control. Knee shots to the and one to the face for good measure by Rogers. Comes in a clothesline. Hoisting Daniels away now. Oh, and again, Daniels fires up that kick right to the head. Rogers in a world of trouble. Daniels resorting to the outside. Where the hell is he going? Daniels making a beeline. Daniels has had enough. Daniels is walking away. Rogers, what the hell? Daniels fed up. He's just simply walking away. What is going on? Danielson grabbing his hair, pissed off. He looks very upset with this, trying to figure out if he's going to continue this match. Again, it's hard to deal with this match up to a 5 count. Uh-oh. Rogers is going up to a 6 count. Rogers back. Rogers breaks the count. Uh-oh. Here we go. Both men charging in. Daniels catching the shot to the midsection. Rogers breaking the count, not want to give Daniels the easy out. And now both men are battling on the rampway. Was it a ploy by Brody Daniels? Or was he legitimately debating walking away? Quite frankly, if you're in the ring with John Mad Dog Rogers, I'd want to walk away too. Again, the man is unorthodox. He changes in-ring style as much as I change my underwear. Oh, there's a super kick again by Daniels. Daniels hoists him up, takes him over, German suplex. That thing must have been, that entire ploy could have been just to get Rogers off his game, as now Daniels has laid him out. But Rogers again gets the shoulder up. Super kick again by Brody Daniels. Brody Daniels out, the Shining Wizard in the back of the head. That might be it for Rogers. Rogers might be done right then and there. Cover now. Rogers gets the shoulder up. Barely. He looks like he's been hit by a truck. Daniels drives the knee into the back of the head. Daniels now in control. Arm drag down by Rogers. Turns things around. Hoists him up, and again single arm DDT. Rogers now rolling the outside. Brody Daniels playing mind games. That entire display going to the outside may have been a ploy. Brandon Pugh, thank you for liking the stream. That whole thing may have been a ploy against Rogers to turn the tables, and so far it's done its job. Rogers back to his feet. But Daniels turns the table again. Rogers fires right back. Rogers now hoisting him up. Pile driver, Kevin Anthony. Thank you for liking the stream. Rogers now with Daniels. And there's a stunner. A stunner by Rogers. Lights up Brody Daniels. But Daniels getting back to his feet. Rogers with a shot. Elbow right to the face now by Rogers. Misses the shot there. Flying close on out by Mad Dog. John Mad Dog Rogers right back in control. Shot missed. Daniels now up with a scoop slam. Rogers shoves him into the turnbuckle. Rogers dumps him on the back of his head. Both these guys now pulling all the stops out. Brody Daniels again counters through. Mad Dog Rogers in trouble. Kick to the midsection out. Daniels brings him up, and the brainbuster on the knees by Brody. Daniels won. Rogers again gets the shoulder up. This has turned into one hell of a match between these two. Black on the outside, starting to look a little worried. Kick to the midsection again. Daniels off the ropes a second time. Lands the Insaguri. Brandon, thank you for liking the stream. Two. Rogers again defying logic, defying everything. Again, you see Brody Daniels, the look of despair and distrust on his face. Cannot imagine how Rogers continues to avoid the pinfall here. Daniels again with a counter. Rogers fires back with a shot to the face. Into the corner they go. Rogers a shot to the bit, right forearm to the head. Rogers on the ropes, drops him down, hits him with the clock out. Rogers now with the cover. Holy cow! Rogers with the victory. Unbelievable. Back and forth match between those two, but Rogers pulls it off. What a match. I will give Brody Daniels all the credit in the world, folks. That was a great battle between the two, but John Mad Dog Rogers again getting the shoulder up after not one but two the Shining Wizards in the back of the head, which Brody Daniels likes to put his opponents with away time and time again. The move that won him the XFW Internet Championship, but Rogers, folks, sometimes I don't think he's absolutely human. John Mad Dog Rogers getting his shoulder up twice, avoiding defeat, landing what he calls the clock out, that stomp from the second rope, a brutal maneuver. Brandon Marathon, thank you. I hope I didn't just destroy your name. I'm sorry, Brandon, but thank you. Welcome to XFW. Thank you for joining us. This is Danger Zone, our flagship show of our brand. Subash has liked the stream. Thank you and welcome again, everyone, to XFW. If you're brand new here, thank you for joining us. If you're a regular fan, thank you for coming back. And again, thank you for the folks. Brandon is now following. Thank you, Brandon, for becoming a fan of XFW and Bloodsword6 Streaming. I can't even keep up with the notifications you guys are firing out. We have people donating stars, people sharing, people liking, all kinds of stuff going on here. We got our screen on this side lighting up with messages from fans alike. Folks, thank you for the continued support here of XFW. If you think you know fans who like professional wrestling, like game streaming, and might like digital professional wrestling as XFW is, tag them in the comment section, share it to their page, and continue to spread the joy that is XFW here at Bloodsword6 Streaming. Now, folks, again, we are on Facebook, we are on Twitch, we are on YouTube, as well as Bloodsword6.com, where you can get XFW and Bloodsword6 merchandise right now. Now, we had a little issue with some of our product, as if you were sleeping on a rock and didn't see some weird-ass ship block up the Suez Canal, and a lot of stuff got impacted. Some of our merchandise did as well. But from what I understand, the emails I've got, our merchandise is back on track, so you can get stuff like our, can I reach it? The Maniacal Glee mug that I've got right here, our Easy Money mug, and more, our t-shirts. And again, folks, we're still trying to find out what happened to the Maniacal one after the run-in he had with the Cosa Nostra. But we'll find out more about that. I'm going to try to get Dirk Webb on it. Dirk Webb is now out of the hospital, so we'll try to get more information with Dirk, as he always seems to manage to get the scoop. I don't know how. Quite frankly, folks, I think Dirk has a hidden trust fund from some other world or some family member that doesn't tell us about and just pays off people. We'll find out. But right now, we're heading down to ringside as a tag team rivalry continues to heat up between the Blue Bloods and America's Finest next on XFW Danger Zone. The black and white entrance always gets me when the Blue Bloods make their way out again, accompanied to the ring by Biff Wellington. Lord Biff Wellington, if you will. Earl Clark and Wyndham Shaw, the Blue Bloods.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 466 pounds.
Earl Clark and Wyndham Shaw making their way down to ringside. The Blue Bloods brought to XFW by Lord Biff Wellington and have lately been clashing with America's Finest. Both teams hold pinfall victories over one another, but America's Finest has now defeated the Blue Bloods 2 times in a row, back-to-back matches, claiming they are the dominant team here in XFW. I know another bunch of other teams who would lay that same claim as the Blue Bloods look to expand their wins here in XFW. The mustache signs in the audience for Biff Wellington. The most prestigious mustache in all of professional wrestling, and now his two proteges, Wyndham Shaw and Earl Clark.
And their opponents, at a combined weight of 464 pounds.
America's Finest, Bobby Wayne and Lance Thompson. The two All-American collegiate athletes, former XFW Tag Team Champions. And now looking to continue. Brought back to XFW by Josh the Coach Clemens. He said XFW was going too much in the pomp and circumstance, too much in the high spot era, if you will, and wanted more graphic style wrestlers in XFW, as Wayne and Thompson have taken some time off from professional wrestling to get back to their, as they said, their roots, their ground, and training collegiate athletes in the all-American style of wrestling. But now the Blue Bloods, European strong style going clashing with America's Finest tonight on XFW Danger Zone. Bobby Wayne starting things off with Earl Clark. Wayne taking an early lead here. Ooh, and Earl lights him up with a right hand. David C. Evans, thank you for liking the stream. But Bobby Wayne counters instantly and goes right back on the offense. Earl Clark got a smidgen there of hope. And now a stomp right to the chest by Bobby Wayne. Clark rolls to the outside, avoiding the impact. Bobby Wayne now on the outside, charging through. Earl Clark swings wildly. Bobby Wayne the shot to the back of the head. And a clothesline. Bobby Wayne dominating in this opening contest. Clark now with a scoop slam on the outside as Mike Couture continues the count. Inside the ring we go. Earl Clark now in control, turning the tables on Bobby Wayne in this matchup. European uppercut now lights up the chin of Bobby Wayne. The Blue Bloods, ever since coming to XFW, have been very, very competitive in tag team competitions. Very well-oiled machine. They've been tagging for some time now over the UK, and now brought here to XFW by Lord Beth Light. You can see him on the outside, watching on and now cheering on as Wyndham Shaw comes into this matchup. Big wind-up now, and again the European uppercut, beautifully executed by Wyndham Shaw, now taking time to almost give a curtsy to the audience here in attendance. Second one now by Wyndham Shaw. You just feel a little bit of class from that maneuver, folks. Wyndham Shaw, he puts that on so well, so eloquently. At the same time, he's got a one. Oh, Bobby Wayne lights him back up with a clothesline. He takes his time setting that move up. At certain times, I see to bite him in the ass. And right now, in comes the big Texan, Lance Thompson. Hooks him up, dumps him over, double leg takedown, driving the shoulder into the chest of Wyndham Shaw. And there's the Greco-Roman style of Lance Thompson rolling through, squeezing the wind out of the lungs of Wyndham Shaw. Power double tie-up. Shaw with a kick to the midsection. Shaw now double underhook. Hoist him up and over. Beautifully executed butterfly suplex. And again, everything Wyndham Shaw does is so almost in slow motion. And again, he said just the eloquent style of the European strong style. Beautiful sunset flip. Drives him down. And now goes for a cover leg is hook. Don't know if he couldn't hold on to that sunset flip. Momentum took him too much over, or he put too much on the impact of that move, but couldn't hold on for the pinning combination. But Thompson now back on his feet with a snapmare. Leg scissors now by the big man. Elbow square to the face of Wyndham Shaw is now in trouble. Shaw rolls out of the way. Back to his corner. 5-inch carry takedown. Thompson with a quick turnaround off the ropes. Goes for a flying forearm, nobody home. Wyndham Shaw saw it coming. Fires it back on the turnbuckle. Hoists him up, scoop slam now by Wyndham Shaw. And a tag, in comes Earl Clark. Lance Thompson out calling. Thank you for liking the stream, good citizens. Welcome to XFW. Front face lock now by Lance Thompson. Arm drag counter by Earl Clark, perfectly executed. Grabs the leg, but Thompson, again, the beautiful chain wrestling style of Lance Thompson. An outstanding counter, and now goes to work. Such fluid motion by Lance Thompson to counter that move. Drives him in the turnbuckle for America's Finest and a tag. In comes Bobby Wayne. Stereo super kicks connect to the chin of Earl Clark. We've got a cover, but Clark gets the shoulder up. You heard that super kick, that dual super kick all the way to the back of the arena. Earl Clark again into the corner. Tag right back in comes Lance Thompson. America's Finest now unanswered offense as Earl Clark now on the receiving end of multiple tag team combinations as the big Texan again goes to work. Collar double tie again. Clark shoves him away. Clark now front face lock, snaps him over into a beautiful suplex again. Both these teams so well oiled. Roll through the Clark and a insane knee strike to the face by Earl Clark. We've got a cover, but a 2 count. Thompson barely avoiding defeat. And Clark right back on the offense. Thompson with a count up on the top rope. Clark holds on. Both men now on the outside. Lance Thompson sent into the barricade. And another time into the barricade. Earl Clark now playing pinball on the outside with Lance Thompson. Tag again. Returning to the match now is Wyndham Shaw. Thompson playing a little possum there. Irish over to the corner. Shaw now front face into that turnbuckle. Thompson now the hard wind up into the corner. We got a beautiful forearm smash by Lance Thompson. Wyndham Shaw turns things around now. Drives his shoulders into the sternum. And a kick in the face now by Thompson. Back and forth exchanges from these two. Hard Irish over to the turnbuckle now. Wyndham lights him up, shoots him into the sky, and lands a European uppercut. That was devastating, almost a 3 count. But Bobby Wayne comes in to save the day for America's finest, and he gets a right hand for his trouble. Everyone on the outside, knee strike now. Counter by Shaw. Lance Thompson in the ring. Bobby Wayne on the outside. Earl Clark on the outside. Wyndham Shaw and Thompson all by themselves inside the squared circle. Thompson now with a wind up. Oh! Cuts him off, drives him down to a shoulder breaker. Beautiful maneuver by Lance Thompson. Thompson now again grabbing the hair of Shaw. Earl Clark still down on the outside. Right hands down by Thompson. Lance now taking his time, struggling to pick up Clark, put him on that top rope. Kick to the face by Wyndham Shaw, where Thompson turns things right around, hoists him up. Beautiful suplex. Wyndham Shaw just got turned inside out. Earl Clark finally getting back into the corner. Big right hand now by Thompson. Thompson lays him out with a clothesline. Texas style. Earl Clark in for the save. Referee now telling Earl he's got to get out of the ring. Jeff Watson, thank you for following. Welcome to XFW. Wyndham Shaw now in trouble. Head scissors placed on by Lance Thompson. Shaw able to counter through. Shaw fires him up again. Into the sky another time. European uppercut collides. All four men back in the ring a second time. The Blue Bloods. Wyndham Shaw unable to even get back to his feet after that pinfall. But again launched Lance Thompson into the air and hits that European uppercut with such ferocity. Thompson was out cold. What a brutal move. And now a pinfall victory for Blue Bloods. These teams continue. Right there, you see the elbow by Thompson, but they butted heads. And that move right there, that put the victory in the books for the Blue Blood. Jeff Watson, thank you for liking the stream. What a back and forth match between those two teams, but now holding multiple pinfalls over one another. I don't think this rivalry is anywhere close to being over. Wellington happy that his boys pulled off the victory. What an outstanding contest between two outstanding teams here in XFW. And again, the Blue Bloods were on the edge of defeat. And again, Wyndham Shaw with that flapjack-style European uppercut lands that shot on Lance Thompson. Earl Clark cutting off Bobby Wayne in an outstanding fashion. And folks, what a match. And we've got a lot more coming your way. Now, last week on XFW programming, we saw Adam Quinn, Esquire. I've been told I have to say that. I have to put that in there as Adam Quinn. Folks, I don't like Adam Quinn. He's here next at XFW. Jeff Watson is here from the Outsiders podcast, folks. You'll see the Outsiders podcast on our ring. One of the guys we like to support, the Outsiders in Wrestling podcast. I myself have been on their podcast, checked them out, And Mr. Watson is in the house right now. Thank you, Jeff. Again, thank you for having me on our podcast. A pleasure to have you here inside our stream live. Thank you, Mr. Watson, for joining us. Jeff and my good friend Joseph Mikulowczyk, the host of Wrestling Insiders podcast. Make sure you check those guys out on Facebook and on YouTube. Give them a like and a follow. You will not be disappointed. A lot of inside information on the wrestling industry as a whole, and just flat out entertaining, folks. An outstanding thing to watch. Again, check them out. Mr. Watson, again, thank you for joining us here. I got all discombobulated with Jeff popping in, lost my track here. But folks, we're going to head to the ringside as the XFW Women's Champion is in action as Jade Sakamoto, she clashes with Kari Foster next on Danger Zone. And here comes Kari Foster, former XFW Women's Champion. The girl next door, but folks, do not let those pigtails fool you. This young lady has a temper like no other.
Kari Foster.
She has a temper unmatched here in XFW. She goes from 0 to 120 in a matter of seconds and has been on a rampage ever since the appearance of Kitty Lane here in XFW. Claiming Kitty Lane stole her spotlight. And quite frankly, folks, Kitty Lane, well, she did steal some spotlight. She very much got a center of attention when she came to XFW. But tonight, Foster has her dance card punched by none other than the now two-time reigning women's champion, Jade Sakamoto.
From Yamaguchi, Japan, one half of the Jade Sakamoto.
Jade Sakamoto, the young woman that came to XFW and had a hard time. Rahad, thank you for liking the stream. Welcome to XFW Danger Zone. Jade Sakamoto had a hard time finding her groove here in XFW. Couldn't get a win if she fought one, but once she found her footing, once she found her rhythm and adjusted. Ramesh, thank you for following and thank you for becoming a fan of XFW. Once Jade Sakamoto adjusted to the American style of professional wrestling here in XFW, she went from 0 to hero, all the way to the top, and now is a two-time XFW Women's Champion, and still one of the most decorated women's champion, the longest reigning champion we've had in our women's division. But right now, Foster with a snap suplex takes her over. A lot of folks have dubbed Kari Foster the Bananas Foster, if you will, as this young lady, again, we've seen her attack a number of women backstage, unprovoked. We've seen her lose her temper inside the ring. She came to say she's the girl next door, but quite frankly, only if you're living next door to a psycho killer. But she is one hell of a competitor inside the ring. But so is Jade Sakamoto, as these two exchange a number of offensive and defensive moves already early in this matchup. Ushered by Sakamoto. Sakamoto lights her up, takes her over, beautiful exploder suplex. Sakamoto defeating Tia Adams at XFW's sudden death last month. Snap suplex again by the women's champion, Sakamoto. A lot of folks, oh, and they're exploding with a spear. Kari Foster getting the temper raging out from Foster, and a wind-up shot. And now Foster blasting Sakamoto's head off the canvas like a basketball. Again, you see the rage already coming into Foster, and now a handful of hair and tosses the champion across the ring. Foster holds nothing back when she's inside the square circle, and that includes her rage. Quite frankly, folks, I think this young lady suffers from bipolar disorder. I've talked to her backstage, folks. She goes from smiling to growling almost as fast as the maniacal glee. The only difference is you can see the eyes of Foster and you can see the rage. The maniacal one, well, it's just best to avoid him until we find out where Glee is, as the hands of the Kosher Nostra have taken Glee apart. In the corner we go. Sakamoto now being placed up on the top rope by Kari Foster. Foster now climbing the ropes with her as well. Foster now Hoists her up, drops her down. Brutal shot there by Foster. Sidewalk slam from the middle rope. Look at the impact here, folks. This will knock all the wind out of your sails. Foster now in control. Foster now mounting Sakamoto and delivering right hands to the side of the head. You gotta wonder what goes on the side. Oh, wind up shot. Sakamoto counters through, dodges out of the way, and now a drop kick by the women's champion. Foster back to her feet. Sakamoto rolls in. Hoists her up, DDT. The women's champion continuing to overturn this contest. Kari Foster going to the outside. Sakamoto not letting her get any, catch a breath of fresh air, brings her in the hard way. Beautiful suplex now by Sakamoto. Sakamoto goes for a right hand. Foster with a counter. Lights over the rope. Foster now Irish whip. Ooh, Mike the Turd better get out of the way. I would not get in between these two. Well, yes I would. But not when they're this angry and not when they're having a match. Sakamoto giving a counter. Women's champion now in control. Drops her over suplex. Brutal impact on the back of the head of Kari Foster. Foster again finds herself on the outside. Right hand by the champion. And Foster crashes the outside right in front of the Bloodsword6.com order table. Mike Couture now starts the count. Sakamoto retreating back in the corner. Shaking off the cobwebs. Stretching out the shoulder. Allowing Foster. This could be a mistake, but again, we know Sakamoto is more honorable than Foster. Back inside the ring we go. Both ladies out squaring off. Big right hand again from Sakamoto. Lights up the former women's champion. And another drop kick. Sakamoto now in control. Stomping away now is Jajin. Hard Irish over to the corner now by Sakamoto, the women's champion. Foster breaks the hold. Foster looks like she's going for that signature move. She looks like she's going for the backstabber, but Sakamoto turned the tables and lights up Foster, dumps her on the back of the head. Foster now getting back to her feet. Sakamoto's got her on the shoulders. Sakamoto driver. That cartwheel, Death Valley driver. Wow. Foster somehow gets the shoulders up. Sakamoto looks absolutely astonished. Calling it up, tie it now. That's just pure rage and determination by Foster. Sakamoto continues the offense. Foster with a counter. Irish off the ropes. Foster missing the kick. Here comes Sakamoto again. Crucifix into a pinning combination. The shoulders are down. Almost a 3 count again. Unbelievable effort by both these young ladies. I'm still surprised that Jajin Sakamoto did not put her away with that maneuver. Sakamoto rolls her up. Look at this. Look at this. Shoulders are down. Beautiful combination by Jajin Sakamoto. Again, only a 2 count. What a pin attempt by Jajin Sakamoto. Crucifix again. 2. Foster damn near resilient tonight, refusing to go down. Horrible tie up again. Foster shoving her away. Foster not going to work. Oh, the right hand again by Sakamoto, lights her up. Sakamoto with the exploder. Sakamoto can't capitalize. Both these ladies absolutely exhausted. Sakamoto the right hand. Sakamoto jumping neckbreaker. Sakamoto back in control and now screaming at Foster to get back to her feet. Got her on the shoulders again in a second time. Cover again. Are you kidding me? Sakamoto now visually upset, stomping on the ropes, on the canvas, in a clothesline. Foster will not stay down. Sakamoto looks like she's starting to get desperate. On the second rope, tornado DDT. Sakamoto now standing on the women's champion, but Kari Foster refusing to stay down. Almost seems indestructible tonight as Sakamoto continues to pour on the damage. Kari Foster now dumping her over the top rope, Sakamoto holding on. Foster with a right hand now, Sakamoto sends crashing out the outside. Foster, now here we go. Now taunting J.J. Sakamoto after turning the tables. Foster sends the champion into the steel ring post. Foster now with the champion. And a second time, Sakamoto's head colliding with that unmovable steel object. And a third time, Foster has lost it. Foster has lost it. And a chin breaker. Referee up to a 6 count. Foster doesn't even seem to care about the ring count. Foster sent to the outside. Edwin Bonet, thank you for liking the stream. Sakamoto right back outside now. But how much damage was done? Foster sending Sakamoto several times into that ring post. Foster now slow to get back up. Both these ladies have taken a ridiculous amount of damage tonight. Clotheslines now by the champion. Leg lariat connects by J.J. Sakamoto. Sakamoto again appealing to the crowd, trying to get this capacity crowd behind her. I don't think that's a problem. Right hand now again by Sakamoto, and jumps up again and drives her down to the canvas is J.J. Sakamoto. Sakamoto hoists her up, and an uppercut now by Foster, who continues to fight back. Kick to the mid, sending it by Sakamoto. In exchange back and forth again. Sakamoto has her up. And another version of the Sakamoto driver drives her down. Are you kidding me? Sakamoto now having words with Mike Atura. Foster will not stay down. I have never seen Foster this determined, this driven. And again the DDT. The champion cannot keep Foster down. And quite frankly, folks, I'm blown away. This is outstanding. Both ladies down the apron. Sakamoto trying to bring her back in. Foster up, brings her right back down. What has gotten into Foster tonight as she continues to defy the women's champion? This is a non-title matchup, but Sakamoto definitely seems beside herself as Foster seems undefeatable. Right now she's mounting and delivering a number of shots to the head of Kari Foster. Foster now collapsing. Sakamoto going to the top. What does Sakamoto got to do to put her away? Sakamoto off the top with an elbow. Sakamoto may be taking too much time to celebrate here. Foster will not stay down. German suplex. Foster rolling to the outside again. Sakamoto looks for a right hand. Kick to the midsection counter. Sweep of the leg now by Foster. If Foster can pull off the victory tonight, she may damn well get a shot at championship glory. And again, that jumping neck breaker. Foster may have suffered into the Yamamoto Bluetooth device. Has just got a deep red on Foster as she's up on the shoulder for damn near a 4th time. Sakamoto driver again. Can Foster get the shoulder this time? It's done. Oh my dear Lord. So you can see Sakamoto's face, the shock, there goes her eyes wide as J.J. Sakamoto continues to pull out the damage of Foster. Would not stay down. She hit him with everything but the kitchen sink. Foster just damn near determined to keep this match going for the victory, kicking out time after time after time. But J.J. Sakamoto continuing to fight through.
Here is your winner, J.J. Sakamoto.
Just that performance alone may earn Kari Foster a championship opportunity as she took the champion to her limits, hands down. Sakamoto won the battle, but the war might be far from over with Kari Foster. What an absolute dominating showing by both those women. The Kari Foster, folks, I know she's insane. I know she's out of her mind, but Corey Foster was impressive tonight. She didn't win the match, folks, but I'm going to tell you right out now, she was impressive. JJ Sakamoto, even Brandon Marathon in our chat room saying 5 finishers. JJ Sakamoto pouring everything she had into that contest, and Corey Foster just kept coming. It is unimaginable to take that much damage and continue to fight on. But again, the mind of Corey Foster does not function like any other human on this planet. She may have at that point been numb. She may have had a concussion after, again, time after time that Sakamoto hitting those Death Valley drivers. And you saw towards the end, Sakamoto unable to use the same amount of pressure, not being able to cartwheel through the driver as she does in the past, going to a much more just dumping her over in a typical Death Valley driver. Not the preferred version she likes to use, because she did not have the energy to continue as Corey Foster just kept coming back, would not stay down. Folks, I'm impressed with Corey Foster tonight. Do not tell anyone else I said that. I don't want that getting out. Sakamoto is one of my favorite female competitors here in XFW, but Corey Foster impressed me tonight. I'm sure the championship committee is in the back right now going, that may have to be a championship match down the road, folks. Keep your fingers crossed. Now we're getting ready to head down to ringside for more one-on-one competition as the Ministry makes their presence known tonight as Drago goes one-on-one with the former Internet Champion Lee Bischoff next. I'm still got the shakes and the willies, folks, from that last matchup. That'll be hard to follow. But here comes the blue-collar battler, Lee Bischoff.
One fall. Making his way to the ring from Hall of Fame City, Ohio. Weighing in at 272 pounds.
Lee Bischoff making his way down the ringside. The former XFW Internet Champion. This man has more fight in than the next 5 competitors. And had a short rivalry with Rick the Dragon Fletcher as the both continue to battle on in singles matches, in Extreme Rules matches. It was outstanding to watch those two go to battle. Rick the Dragon Fletcher held on to the XFW Internet Championship. But tonight, Bischoff has a whole other world coming his way. The man that continues to spread his influence over all of XFW. The leader of the Ministry of Darkness here. The man who started it all. Drago. The Voodoo King from Louisiana. And the leader of the Dark Ministry in XFW. Now with 4 minions under his grip. First was the Wanderer Owen Bush. River Styx. The Monster Fenwick, and now Todd Finch. All members of the Ministry. And you see River Styx in the background there amongst those flames as Drago walks through the fog, walks through the mist, and enters the square circle. Drago continues to use his dark influence over XFW time and time again. There's the bell, folks, and here we go. And Drago kicking things off, charging across the ring, and already laying out Bischoff. And now a chop. Drago looks like he means business tonight, but Bischoff fires back with his own shot. But Drago returns the favor, clubbing shots out of the back of the head. Bischoff fighting right back. This is right up Bischoff's alley. He loves to brawl. He loves to fight. Dragging out with the Irish whip, hard impact in the turnbuckle. Bischoff collapses down to the canvas. You don't see Bischoff falling down off his feet this early in the match that often. But again, the power of Drago, folks, is unforgiving as Drago on full Nelson. Holds up the man and drops him down. 300 plus pounds, and Drago tosses him around like it's nothing. Bischoff is down too. Well, Bischoff steals away. Bischoff with a roll-up. Steals a schoolboy. Or sorry, a small package. Trying to steal one away. And now turns the tables on the leader of the ministry. Drago's throat now across those ropes as Bischoff takes control of this matchup. Week in and week out, we see Drago continue to spread his influence over XFW. To dominate, to use that black magic, that voodoo, if you will, over other wrestlers. He uses it to win matches, which quite frankly, folks, I think should be illegal. But XFW rules do not cover the supernatural. Drago now, snap suplex, takes Bischoff over. Drago's been dominating a good solid portion of this match already, as we see him do week in and week out, and now drives the knee right to the back of the head of Lee Bischoff. Drago now, what is, into a Cobra clutch, but turns it into a slam. I have not seen Bischoff dominated like this, I don't think ever. Looks like Drago's going for the Demon's touch. Bischoff counter through it. Bischoff to hoist him up across the back and drives him down head first. Bischoff now turning the tables. Whoa, 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 whoa. Bischoff going to the top rope. Frog star splash to the 300 plus pounder. Bischoff now going to work. Drago in trouble. Irish Whip in the corner we go. The tables have been turned on Drago. Bischoff now running in, low drop kick. That might have been very, very low. Bischoff now in control. We've got a cover now. One. Kick out by Drago. And Drago instantly getting back to his feet. I think Bischoff realizes it. Luthez pressed off from Drago, and right hands connect. Drago just like that getting back to his feet, turning the tables, and a kick to the face by Bischoff again connects. Oh, look at this. River Styx getting herself interjected in this match. Drago taking advantage, hoists him up, and drops him down face first. Come on. River Styx distracting Bischoff, opening the window for Drago, and there's the Demon's touch. And now the invisible whatever attacking Bischoff. The numbers game coming into effect. Bischoff countering a move there. Goes to work on Drago. Drago countering through again. Drago goes for a shot. Both of them now exchanging back and forth. Swinging wildly. Drago comes out on top. Drago now back in control. Full Nelson again. Hoists him up and drives him down to the canvas a second time. Leg drop now by the leader of the Dark Ministry. And no, shot right to the face now. Closed fist right between the eyes. Push it by Drago, hoist him up. Big time spine buster. Now Drago like an animal playing with its food. Bischoff still trying to get back to his feet. A lot of fight left in Bischoff. Drago hoists him up into a backbreaker. Holds on and turns it into a power slam. Drago is a relentless, just an absolute dominating killer machine. Bischoff charges back up, tries to go look like a spear, but Drago counters through, and again delivering just unrelentless offense. Counter again, Bischoff fireman's carry takeover. Bischoff trying to get back into this match any way he can. Unshot now by Bischoff. Drago again with a shot to the face. Drago again shoots, almost out of the ring. But Drago hoists him right back inside. And Drago with a hard shot to the face. Hard impact by Drago. Again, the 5 knuckles right to the face. Whoa, 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 whoa. Bischoff again. The zombie hands coming out of the canvas. Again by Drago. Voodoo Slam. How in the hell is that even possible? We've got a cover now. Whoa. Bischoff gets the shoulder up. I don't think I have ever seen that in XFW history. The Black Magic Voodoo comes out of the canvas, and then the Voodoo Slam, and Bischoff continues to fight. And now back on the offense is Bischoff. Connects with an elbow. Drago with a counter. Up over the top rope goes Bischoff. Drago brings him right back in. What is now? Drago now going to the top rope. Drago himself. Big time splash. We've got a cover down by Drago. Bischoff gets the shoulder up. Drago looks a little beside himself. Kick blocked. Drago again connects. Bischoff down with Irish whip. Bischoff holds it up, and Bischoff with a boot to the face connects on Drago. That was outstanding. Drago dodges, and the Demons touch again. And again, the invisible entities attacking Bischoff. We've got a cover. And again, Bischoff manages to defy the ministry. What is this? Both them back to their feet. Michinoku driver now. Back and forth action from these two. Super kick again countered. Drago hoists them up, and a second time. The Voodoo Slam connects. Drago now in control. Drago's not going for a cover. Drago did not go for a cover. Oh! Bischoff with the low blow. Bischoff. Bischoff just took a shot into the lower nether regions of the ministry, and Drago laid out. Obviously, Bischoff not happy with the fact that Drago kept the match going, and Drago himself a little on the fact that Bischoff kicked out of the Voodoo Slam, folks, is impressive. But Bischoff obviously frustrated, the match not going his way. He's angering the best of them, and that low blow to Drago. Quite frankly, folks, I don't know if I would go that route myself. That could have been a very... You don't want to piss off the demon of hell, ladies and gentlemen. And quite frankly, that just seems what Lee Bischoff just did. To land a shot like that on a Drago, we've seen what happens when you cross Drago. When you pull off some kind of feat that you don't... Oh, this is just going to go bad. Well, ladies and gentlemen, last week on XFW programming, we saw, as I was talking about before I was interrupted by the Outsiders making their presence known here in XFW, Adam Quinn Esquire had a match with Dynamite Nick Thomas, and after that match, we saw Quinn exchange handshakes with Nick Thomas. And again, so far, this has been very uncharacteristic of Adam Quinn. And then, folks, immediately after that match, this is what transpired backstage. Adam Quinn attacking Dynamite Nick Thomas backstage. Now, this is after their match. This is after Quinn won, and then extended the hand to Dynamite Nick Thomas and shook his hand. And then immediately through the gorilla position, through the curtain, attacked Dynamite Nick Thomas. And the two battled into the locker room. But this is where things took a worse turn. Now again, Quinn won the match, fair and square. I give him that credit. This attack was unwarranted. This attack was unnecessary. And then right here, the chair shots from Quinn repeated to Dynamite Nick Thomas, unnecessary. And there's another one to the back by Dynamite Nick Thomas, I should say. Quinn just laying in shots, unnecessary, to Dynamite Nick Thomas. And again, this is after a pinfall victory, folks. Unnecessary, unwarranted, but that's how we've seen the attitude from Cole time and time again. This guy is coming next. He bought his way into our promotion here, folks. His father is some big-time lawyer out in New York, and Quinn, who has been born with a silver spoon in his mouth. Some of the XFW fans saying he's even with a golden spoon in his mouth. now in XFW, and just trying to get his way. Jesse Lee Simmons, welcome to the stream. Did Bischoff win? Well, technically, Bischoff did win the battle. However, we lost the match after a low blow delivered to Drago after frustration mounting on both those superstars. And again, we're talking about what happens when you go pull. I'm terrified what's going to come down the road now for Lee Bischoff after that shot to the lower nether regions, the underbelly of Drago, if you will. I don't think things are going to bode well for him, folks. We're going to take a quick commercial break because, well, we had a game crash. We'll be back after these few fun short messages.
Muscle Invasion Update. Scientists discover muscle things have come to wrestle. America's only hope, the Battle and Belt and the wrestling ring.
He moves left. He took one. Into the Battle and Belt it goes. He's got another. Folks, this wrestling ring may save the world. One more to go. He's got him. It's Battle and Belt. Oh, hard knocking, rockin' ring. Battle and Belt. Muscle figure packs each sold separately. New from Mattel. Can you save the world?
Wings of silver, birds of steel. Silver hawks, partly metal, partly real. Silver hawks, soaring through the highway of the heavens in their flight. Silver hawks, a rainbow in the night.
All right, folks, we are back live as we await the arrival of the XFW Tag Team Champions, the Anarchists. Angus Hayes and Chrome Ferguson had an outstanding battle on XFW Saturday Showdown last week against Power and Glory. Easy Money and Blake the Body Harris almost walking away with new tag team champions, but Hayes able to get the pinfall victory over Blake the Body Harris. And another victory for the Anarchists, who continue to dominate and now have been champions for a number of months now. 7 months. These two have been tag team champions and continue to dominate the in-ring competition. Tonight, however, they will go head-to-head with former tag team champions Hazard Warning
And their opponents at a combined weight of 461 pounds.
Keith Hale and Liam Phelps making their way down the ringside. Hazard Warning, I've been here in XFW for quite some time now. Impressive each and every time they're inside the squared circle. Former tag team champions themselves. These two are familiar with each other. Both teams have clashed on a number of occasions. Hazard Warning successfully defended the tag team championships against the Anarchists many, many, many months ago, but now how the tables have turned. And now the Anarchists on top of the world here in XFW. There's the bell. We're off and running. And already, a big boot from Big Cron Ferguson has leveled Liam Phelps. And now a right hand. Did you hear that impact? Ferguson is such a brute. Irish whip. Tag already comes in Angus Hayes. Ferguson holding him in place. Comes down across the arm. Phelps down with a wraparound trying to avoid further damage and gets caught by Angus Hayes. Now with a headlock. Running bulldog. Phelps back to his feet, but Hayes connects with a diving knee strike right to the top of the head. Wow. Drop kick now countered by Phelps. Phelps quickly grabbing a headlock himself. Dragging Hayes across the ring. Phelps now up and down. Hayes goes across the top rope. And now quick tag in comes Keith Hale. Hale now sizing up one half of the tag team champions, Angus Hayes. One face lock, beautiful snap suplex, takes him right up and over, perfectly executed by Keith Hale, one half of Hazard Warning. Snapmare coming, no Hayes. Hayes dives through it again, the jumping knee strike. Angus Hayes, sometimes folks, I think is loaded with springs. This young man can take you the air so damn quick and almost from any stance, any position. But right now he's in a bad position as Keith Hale has him upside down, feet locked, and stomps away on the midsection. Strike down right to the lower abdomen of Keith Hale. Ooh, fires back down as Angus Hayes. Hazard Warning turned the tables, but now back in home territory for the Anarchists. Tag again, and comes Sean Ferguson. Irish whip. Tag team combo coming up as Ferguson lights him up for a diving tag instantly by Hale. There comes Phelps, and Phelps couldn't even get both feet on the canvas before Ferguson sends him to the outside with a clothesline. Both members of Hazard Warning now down. What the hell is this? Ferguson on the top rope. Ferguson off and countered. Phelps just dodged a bullet with that one. That could have been brutal. All that weight, that monstrous frame of Ferguson coming off that top rope, damn near could have broke the neck of Liam Phelps. Keith Hale still down. Ferguson now sending him back inside. Hale getting back to his feet. Phelps sent flying inside. Clothesline now from one half of the tag team champions. Cron Ferguson is so devastating. Such an improvement have the Anarchists made in their in-ring arsenal ever since debuting. I remember months ago, before the Anarchists developed themselves for full-time tag team competition, Ferguson going one-on-one with the Destroyer, absolutely being laid to waste, completely outmatched by the Destroyer. It was after that matchup that it seemed that Ferguson and Hayes really stepped up their game, almost like a wake-up call, as now Ferguson lays out Phelps with a heavy full Nelson slam. Liam Phelps is in a world of hurt. Kicked in the midsection now by Ferguson. Slow, methodical, hoist him up, jackknife powerbomb. And grabs a hold of Hale and brings Hale in. Hale minding his own business, calling for a tag. And Ferguson now turning his attention. And now Keith Hale going for the ride. Ferguson laying out both members now of Hazard Warning. Usher in the corner. Tag in comes Angus Hayes. Hale on the outside. Uh-oh. Got him in position. Total chaos connects from the tag team champions. We've got a cover. And somehow, Liam Phelps manages to avoid catastrophe. Oh, but gets caught with an enziguri. Keith Hale still out on the outside. Hayes now going to the top rope. Elbow drop right to the spine. Dodges the super kick. Keith Hale on the back in his corner. Liam Phelps trying to keep hopes alive. Phelps down with a cover. Not even a 2 count. I think Liam Phelps just covered him over there to catch his own breath, just to stop the action, to keep Hayes down for a second. And there's an enziguri from Phelps, but he can't capitalize. He drops to one knee, still trying to catch his breath after the onslaught of offense from the tag team champions. He's got a cover now, but Hayes instantly gets the shoulder up again. Hayes back to his feet. Phelps now beautiful Northern Light suplex, takes him up and over. Tag in comes Keith Hale, the freshman now for hazard warning. Hale now instantly on the attack, gets caught. Oh! Pullback shot into the knee by Angus Hayes. Hayes now wraps him up. What is this? Wraps him down. Beautiful submission attempt and a save by Liam Phelps. Oh, and a right hand. Keith Hale now in trouble. Angus Hayes, what's he got here? Winds up and a go! That's the move that he pinned Blake Harris with. And now, he knocks off hazard warning. That devastating wind-up lariat from Angus Hayes, who is surprisingly strong for his size. Hazard warning gave it their best, but again, the Anarchists, right here, folks, the pressure on the neck. Liam Phelps coming in to save Hale. But the Anarchists again victorious on Danger Zone. A lot of surprising things taking place tonight on XFW, folks. Again, we've seen some outstanding in-ring presence tonight. Corey Foster repeatedly defying the women's champion, repeating to get her shoulder up, trying everything she can, and Lee Bischoff himself defying Drago of a victory after Drago used voodoo magic in the ring. The black hands, those magical hands coming up from the canvas to hold him in place, and Bischoff then going to low blow. We have seen so much defiance tonight on Danger Zone. I am terrified to see what we'll see tomorrow night on Saturday Night Showdown. Ladies and gentlemen, the scope of XFW continues to change. It continues to waver as new competitors continue to come through the door. And a lot of longtime XFW guys fighting to hold on to their spot here in XFW as more and more tougher competitors make their way to the squared circle. And again, champions looking over their shoulder as new opponents come in the door. Mike Capice, thank you for liking the stream. Welcome to XFW here at Bloodsword6 Streaming. This is XFW Danger Zone, our flagship show for our crazy brand of digital professional wrestling. Now, for those folks that are new, XFW is not an e-fed. It is a digitally produced professional wrestling promotion run and booked as a real in-ring promotion. It is storyline and character driven. And XFW started off as a board game over 20 years ago, and now comes to full life in the form of XFW or WWE 2K20 in a digital format. Right now, folks, we're heading down to the ringside as the United States champion Savage Andre Stevens collides with Ultimo Shade next. And here comes Ultimo Shade.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Kyoto, Japan. Weighing in at 216 pounds, Ultimo Shade.
Ultimo Shade making his in-ring entrance. A former XFW Internet Champion. Now with his sights solely set on the United States Championship title. And folks, a win tonight of any fashion could set up Ultimo Shade for the victory he's been looking for. But here comes the new XFW United States Champion, Savage Andre Stevens.
From Harlem, New York, weighing in at 261 pounds, one half of the Savage, Andre Stevens.
Savage Andre Stevens making his way out to ringside. The man who defeated Sean Owens at XFW's sudden death, even though Stevens has continuously used some controversial methods, but nonetheless is the current reigning United States champion here in XFW. Savage has yet to defend his championship. This is a non-title matchup with Ultimo Shade. Here we go, the bell is rung. Oh, you're off. Two very different type of strikers. Oh! Ultimo Shade going for the Insecurity, coming with nothing. Both been already taking some quick early attacks. Right hand now by Stevens. Lights him up. Shade fires back with his own. Shade down with a kick. Headlock takeover now by Ultimo Shade. Back and forth action easily. These two go back and forth with exchanges and offense already. Shade kicks him off. Stevens back to his feet. Shade, double takedown by the United States Champion, and goes right hands with a flurry to the head of Ultimo Shade. Ultimo Shade, one of the deadliest strikers in XFW, with the lethal right and left hands of Savage Andre Stevens have put down so many competitors in XFW. Both men now circling each other again. Stevens went for that inside shot there. Ultimo Shade countering. Quick Irish whip with the turnbuckle. Grabs the leg, and there's a clothesline from the champion. Levels Ultimo Shade down. Both men now back to their feet. And here we go. Here's the quick jabs now by Savage Andre Stevens. And a big left hook. Spins Shade around. And now kicks in the back and a clubbing blow to the chest of Ultimo Shade by Savage Andre Stevens. Stevens has adapted very, very well to professional wrestling ever since coming from the boxing world. Charges in, big time right hand, while swinging on a spear by the United States Champion. We've got a cover, but a kick out by Shade. Stevens unleashing a hellacious attack there, but Shade continuing to show why he's been a champion here in XFW, and why he's one of the most fierce strikers. But right now, Stevens just lighting him up with rights and lefts. Connecting time after time. And there's another jab. And another one. Shade fires back. And Shade with a strike now, a knee lift right to the chin of Andre Stevens. And the champion is down. Shade now winding up the arm, trying to stretch out the shoulder. If they could numb that shoulder, injure it, it would take more, it would take a weapon away from Andre Stevens, unable to throw those quick left jabs that he's known to use. Shade now, exploder suplex, tossing the champion head over heels. Ultimo Shade now in control. Here comes the combinations, the elbows, and a right hook. Roundhouse kick by Ultimo Shade, lights up the champion. Kicked in the mid-second, DDT now. And the champion, the United States title holder, Andre Stevens, is down and out. And again, the roundhouse kick from Ultimo Shade. TKS over on YouTube, thank you for joining us here at Danger Zone. Ultimo Shade now in control. Stevens, you see him holding on again to that arm. Ultimo Shade high up in the air, comes off a beautiful senton, delivered to Stevens. Shade now delivers the knee strike again. Stevens might be out. We've got a cover now on the champion, but a kick out. Stevens rolling back to his feet relatively quick. There's a clothesline now. And a second one, putting all his weight behind it. And another jumping clothesline now by Savage Andre Stevens, turning the tables on Ultimo Shade. Shade with the right hand. Spinning knee strike now to Stevens. Shade back in control, stomps away. Ultimo Shade now lifting up Stevens. Uh-oh. Shade to Black connects, but doesn't go for the pinfall. Shade missing an opportunity. Stevens tosses him up and over. Big right hand now by Stevens. Both men now going to the outside. I'm surprised Stevens is even on his feet after that Shade to Black kick. And now into the steel steps goes Ultimo Shade. The champion on the outside. And now again a combination of blows and a big right hand now by Savage Andre Stevens. Stevens now again with the shots. Rights and lefts, backhander. And now a kick. And a second one from Stevens. And now a spin kick by Savage Andre Stevens. These two not paying attention to the referee's count. And now into the steel steps. Both men getting back to their feet. And a kick again. Savage Andre Stevens in control. Up. Oh, and a suplex. Onto the steel steps by Ultimo Shade. Both men back up. Right hand now by Stevens. And a draw. A draw. A draw. Rear naked choke on the outside. Both men on the outside battling continuously. Got so bloody, so back and forth. Both men engrossed in it, and the ref not paying attention to Mike Atura's count. A draw. A terrible turnaround for Savage Andre Stevens. But folks, that could be a gift, a present wrap for Ultimo Shade, as he didn't lose the matchup. But that could be a monumental win, even though it's technically a no-win for anyone. But Ultimo Shade taking the United States champion to a draw could mean big-time opportunity for Ultimo Shade. This could land him an opportunity to challenge Savage Andre Stevens for that United States championship. And Ultimo Shade has been chasing the U.S. title for over a year. And each and every time he gets within the grasp, every time he gets an opportunity to challenge for the title, something sidetracks him. Whether it's an injury, whether it's a feud with another rival that gets in his way. Ultimo Shade has been chasing down this rabbit hole for the better part of a year, and now an opportunity. Any type of victory over Andre Stevens tonight could have put him in that position. But a draw is better than a loss when it comes to rankings here in XFW. And now a lot of folks are going to say Stevens couldn't beat Ultimo Shade in this matchup. Took it to the outside. However, Savage Andre Stevens did get back to his feet after the Shade to Black kick connected, which speaks volumes about the toughness, the tenacity, the drive, and the willpower of the United States champion, Savage Andre Stevens. But up next, folks, is our main event of the evening. A fatal five-way Extreme Rules match to lay a new number one contender for the XFW World Heavyweight Championship. Hiro Katsuyori, Sam the Tank Ford, Brian Blaze, Antonio Carino, and the former United States champion, Sean Owens. All five of these men inside this squared circle, only one will emerge victorious. And that man will be the new number one contender. Ladies and gentlemen, our main event starts right now. And here comes Brian Blaze.
Is a fatal five-way Extreme Rules match. And from Northridge, California, weighing in at 241 pounds.
The most hated man in all of professional wrestling. The man who tried to cheat his way to the XFW Championship recently by falsely cashing in the Extreme Opportunity briefcase not once, but twice. And then seemingly goaded Sam Ford into cashing it in, planting the seed in his head. And after a brutal match, Sam Ford himself was not 100% and sent him down to challenge the Destroyer. Johnny Ivan, thank you for sending 200 stars. Brian Blaze now unseemingly managed to find himself in good opportunity time and time again. And now finds himself in this matchup and a possibility for another shot at the Destroyer in the World Heavyweight Championship. And here comes the Tank.
And from Sandy, Utah, weighing in at 329 pounds, the Tank, Sam Ford.
XFW life-size G.I. Joe. The man inspired by the 1980s cartoon to join the United States Marines. Saw glory in his grasp as he won a ladder match, but was, quite frankly, folks, I have no doubt in my mind that Brian Blaze tricked that man into cashing in the briefcase last week after Ford said he wanted to challenge the Destroyer on one-on-one ground. But after a brutal match with Brian Blaze, charged down the ring, cashed it in, and wound up on the losing end. But now tonight may find another hope of glory and find himself in the #1 contendership spot. But here comes Antonio Carino,
the Cosa Nostra from New York, New York.
the boss,
weighing in
the
at
leader of the Cosa
249
Nostra,
pounds.
Antonio Carino. Carino himself has been hell-bent on getting himself an opportunity for the XFW World Heavyweight Championship. And now just may be his time. I'm surprised he's not surrounded by his cohorts, Billy Rucci and the Hammer, Tony Vincent, as the boss looks to get himself the #1 contendership spot tonight. And here comes Hiro Katsuyori,
weighing in at 244 pounds, Hiro
the human
Katsuyori.
suplex and clothesline machine of XFW. The man that can land a lariat or a suplex out of any position, anywhere in the ring. This man is absolutely lethal. And now could find himself, if he wins this matchup tonight, across the ring from one of the only friends he has in XFW, the Destroyer himself. Katsuyori hoping for an opportunity at glory tonight in this fatal 5-way matchup. And here comes
Lincoln,
Owens.
Nebraska, weighing in at 239 pounds, the Natural, Sean Owens.
Sean Owens, one of the most fightingest United States champions XFW has ever had. And now, looking to increase his stronghold here in XFW, now eyeing up the World Heavyweight Championship. Found his way into this match and now has an opportunity to hold the mother of all championships in this fatal 5-way Extreme Rules match. This one very well may be one for the ages, folks. Fatal 5-way, no count out, no disqualification. First pinfall wins. And getting that pinfall may be very, very difficult. And there we go. And Carino instantly leaves the ring as Ford squares off with Katsuyori and Owens squares off with Brian Blaze. I got to give Antonio Carino a little bit of credit. Smart play by his champ, letting these other four go to town. Quite frankly, that's a move by Brian Blaze, who almost got sent on the rope, but fires back on Sean Owens. Carino now with a baseball bat in hand, swinging around the ring. And Cassiori sent to the outside. And now Sam Ford, who takes the baseball bat to the top of the head by Carino. And now, like a shark smelling blood in the water, goes to work on Cassiori. Antonio Carino waiting for an opportunity. And now drops Cassiori across the table. And Ford now connects to the right hand. And now a clothesline to the boss. Ford coming back. Meanwhile, Brian Blaze and Sean Owens still going out inside the ring. Boss back inside the ring now. Here comes Ford. Ford shoulder tackle almost walks through the boss. Cassiori now with that baseball bat. DDT on the boss. Out of the ring now goes Sean Owens and Brian Blaze right behind him. Kick to the midsection now. The boss rolling to the outside. Forced into the corners. Cassiori turns his attention to him. Blaze and Owens still going at it. Cassiori swings wildly. Now Blaze sent over the top rope, and now Owens. These two have gotten very heated in this matchup. Owens now with a drop kick right to the chest of Brian Blaze. Blaze now stomps away at him. Blaze with a knee strike. Textbook Brian Blaze connects. Suplex on the inside now. Talking about textbook moves. Cassiori suplexing. Sam Ford to the inside. Carino now with the table at ringside. Sean Owens himself now looking underneath the ring. Owens with a steel chair in hand and a shot to the head of Brian Blaze. And now lays in another one. And a third by Sean Owens. Carino now tossed into the barricade, and Owens again turns his attention directly to Brian Blaze. Very much singling out Blaze in this matchup. Carino now back inside the ring. Cassiori stomping away on Ford. Cassiori going top rope and a kick to the face. But Cassiori keeps the offense alive. Suplex now on the boss. Carino looking to side swipe. Hero Cassiori saw it coming. Ford still down as now Carino and Cassiori go at it. Meanwhile, Blaze on the outside, sending Owens into the steel steps. The baseball bat coming back into play now. Ford fighting it away. Ford now the press slam on Cassiori, drops him down to the canvas. Suplex now on Owens. Cassiori to the outside. Antonio Carino to the outside. Blaze now circling as Ford picks up Sean Owens. Trying to go for submission. Blaze breaks up the submission attempt. That'll be the hardest part for any one of these competitors, folks. Getting submission or pinfall with three other opponents lying in wait, creeping over your back. Owens turns things around, drops Blaze down to the canvas hard. Blaze rolls to the outside. The boss comes right back in. And Carino again brandishing that baseball bat. And a shot to the head for Owens. Carino lays out Owens down with the baseball bat. And another shot. And another, good Lord. No disqualification in this matchup, all 100% legal. Carino now with Owens. Hoist him up, drops him down to a powerbomb. Cassiori now in the ring. Carino now stealing away the baseball bat and a shot to Cassiori. Carino cleaning house with the baseball bat. Carino now again with the table. Brian Blaze now look. Brian Blaze with a sledgehammer and goes to work on Cassiori. And the boss with Blaze drops him down. Sam Ford on the outside. Owens is also on the outside. Nobody moving. Blaze now in trouble. Carino now with Brian Blaze. Blaze, fall-away slam through the table by the boss. We got a cover on Blaze. Blaze has been covered. But a kick out by Brian Blaze. Antonio Carino almost stealing one away. Blaze down with a counter, Carino on the top rope, and Sean Owens now. Back at Blaze, kendo stick in hand. Owens has the Owens lock on. Owens with the Owens lock. But the boss there to break it up. That could have been it right there. It only takes a split second for Sean Owens to get somebody to tap out to the Owens lock. Hard shot there by Brian Blaze. And Tony Carino catches him with a suplex. The boss now with a sledgehammer. Carino. Katsuyori lands. Katsuyori. Cradle suplex, but the boss sends him down. So many close attempts already in this match on Carino again. With the baseball bat. Swinging away like Babe Ruth. Shot after shot. Katsuyori now. Suplex. Brian Blaze on the outside. As this match continues to get more brutal by the second. Owens now in the pin attempt. Katsuyori breaks it up. Blaze taking the legs out from Carino on the outside. Sam Ford now. All 5 men now back inside the squared circle. Brian Blaze. Double arm DDT on Antonio Carino. We've got a cover. Carino manages to get the shoulder up from the ropes at ringside. And right there, Sean Owens again capitalizing. Owens now with a cover on Blaze. Owens with a cover on Blaze. Owens is your #1 contender. Sean Owens is your brand new #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. Unbelievable. Owens pinning Brian Blaze. Brian Blaze almost with a victory right there. But Owens right here. Hammerlock suplex on Blaze. And Owens is your new #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the likes, the shares, the stars. We'll see you next time, tomorrow night, for more XFW action. Way to go, Sean Owens.